Are you ready for this? Let's do it. Welcome to the Manifestation Queen podcast, your filter-free and uncensored source for all things manifestation. I'm Cassie MacKenzie, and I'm a manifestation expert. I'm here to raise your vibes and your cash flow. Listen, I've manifested everything from a beer, a six-figure salary, my husband, and homes, and more. And I am spilling everything I can on this podcast so you can learn how you can do the same. The more fun I have, the more manifestations appear, and the more money I make. So it's my obsession to show you how you can be, do, and have anything you want. So join the movement to raise your income and your impact on this world. Become a manifestation queen and create a life that feels like a vacation. Let's do the damn thing. Hello, my manifestation queens. This is a very important episode. I am really jazzed about bringing this episode to you because everybody needs to hear it. Okay, this is all about the biggest thing that you can do to ensure that you reach your goals, to ensure that these big goals you have, these things that have been on your list, all the things that you've wanted to do, that you've had on your vision board, but just keep getting pushed to the next year. The things that are pressing, that are on your biggest heart's desires, that just seem so far away. They seem so hard. They seem so hard, so fucking far. How come it just doesn't work out for me? Woo! Who's been there before? So here is the thing. And I realized I too fall into the trap in the past I've fallen into the trap in the past of giving up on myself, right? Giving myself an out. Committing to something, but not really committing. Saying I want to do something, but some things I make it happen, other things just kind of don't. And what is the common thread here? What is really the commonality here? I'm going to make it really simple. The commonality is you. And the commonality being you is a great thing, right? Like sometimes you can look at it like, oh my God, it's me. That's so much pressure. But no, here's the thing. Your life is your life, and you are the one that's going to help you get there. You are the one that's going to see you there, and you're the one that's going to feel amazing once you are there because you've done it. And you did it. You did it. So here's the thing. This all comes down to the fact that if you are not committing to yourself, how do you expect other people to commit to you? I personally can tell you a story about me. I've had goals in my business. Like if you guys don't know my background, I was in pharmaceutical sales for 20 years and decided to become a coach and a mentor so I could stay home with my kids and also help people and talk about manifestation and abundance and all the fun things that were way more fun to talk about than the incidents of diarrhea and constipation by taking a pain medication, right? So here's the thing. As time went on, I had these big goals for myself. I really envisioned myself living the life, but it wasn't truly envisioning myself there. Yeah, I had a vision board that had a girl that could look like me if I lost 10 pounds and got really bendy and did yoga and stuff. But like, if I really wasn't 100% committed, if I was giving myself an out, then I wasn't going to be able to make it there. You see what I mean? And I found myself when I really had a come to Jesus meeting with myself recently. And I realized that there was one thing that just kept happening. One thing. And it had to do with decisions. The things I got done around the house, I decided to get them done. And I did them. And then the things that didn't get done were things that I kind of sort of decided to do, but then, kind of shit the bed and decided that, it wasn't possible. And it was just going to take too much work. It's too hard. I didn't want to do it. It's too hard, too boring, too whatever. And the other thing I started to notice was I had a lot of unfinished projects. One day I counted, there were 6 different programs, trainings, things that I had joined, things I had started at home, projects at home, like things I'd done that never got finished. Basically, the only things that truly got finished on a daily basis were my glass of champagne at the end of the day and dinner. That was pretty much the things that routinely got done. But here's the thing. I started looking around the house and started to see projects we'd started. We'd got 90% done, 95% done, and just left it. It's like, oh, it's good enough. Projects like in our kitchen looks gorgeous, but there's still a couple areas that need to be filled. There's a couple things that need to be finished off, and they're not. We had exposed electrical outlets from the electrical work that still wasn't done. There were the garage. We spent an entire day cleaning the garage out, and there were 3 or 4 boxes there of things I needed to go through, a pile of shit that needs to go to Goodwill, but yet didn't. And can you see? Like by this point, I'm just going to talk a little slower because I'm thinking that you are probably taking stock of your own life now and noticing where you don't complete things too. And this comes down to deciding, but it also comes down to a level of personal trust. And all of this is all connected to your bank account too. How you do one thing is how you do most things. And if you're a chronic give up on your dreams or chronic like finding an out in that decision you made, chronic not finishing projects, like if you're chronically not finishing things or chronically giving yourself a way out, then you've created a chronic disease in yourself of not finishing itis, right? That's what we'd call it in the pharma world, right? So how do you fix this? Are you freaking out now? Are you freaking the fuck out, like about to drive your car into the other lanes? You're like, holy shit. This is why I'm in debt. Holy shit. This is why my bank account got overdrawn. Holy shit. This is why the rent's late. Oh, this is why I feel like shit most of the time. Because you're not keeping your commitments to yourself. You've got to have that integrity. You've got to keep the commitment to yourself. If you say you're going to do something, fucking do it. Get going. Get whatever it takes to do it. Especially if you've done it 90% of the way. I fucking like have a gigantic goddamn list of things now that I am checking off. It's almost like a backwards bucket list. It's like my fuck it list. Like seriously, I had all these ideas and just didn't see them through to their and give them like the justice, right? The justice that these ideas, your heart is aching for you. Your soul is aching for you to finish it, to stick with your commitments, to do the thing you know is hard to do, but you're going to do it anyway because you're going to feel great afterwards. Or do the thing that's uncomfortable and scary. It scares the shit out of you, but inside there's that part of you that knows it's the right thing to do. That where you're saying, fear, you know what? Fear, you are strong, but you're not as strong as my intuition. And I have just ignored my intuition for way too long. And it's the easiest and quickest path to my desires. Listening to those messages, being available to those messages, allowing them to come through. If you're not able to decide and direct all of your energy towards that decision and making that decision its success, like giving it the success that, it should be granted, then how do you expect the universe to show up and co-create with you? It doesn't know what the fuck to do or what to deliver. How do you expect money to show up for you? Money responds to you. Everything responds to you. And your level of deciding, your level of personal trust and faith and seeing things through, that integrity, these are all intertwined like like Metatron's cube, right? All the little All of these things are intertwined. They all go together. So when you have integrity, you do what you say you're going to do, you see it to fruition, you decide, you commit, you do the damn thing, and then finish it. You build that trust for yourself that you say that you're going to do what you said you're going to do. So when you move that further, this goes from, I'm going to record a podcast episode today and I'm going to publish it. Something as little as that to, I'm making $10,000 today, and that's that. I'm making $100,000 in my job, and that's that. I am paying off all my debt by 3 months from now, and that's that. It's a decision. There's an energetic thread that is attached to this decision, and it needs for you to be 100% solidly aligned with it. Able to, if you start to veer off the line, you come right back in. Align yourself back in. Choose, decide again, move forward. Never wavering at all, because you know what that means. You know what that commitment means. It's like starting a juice cleanse or like another fucking cleanse. Like, these people are doing where it's like, stop eating everything that walks on earth and, just drink water for 3 days and exercise and meditate. And like, you start it and in your head, like, yeah, I'm probably going to quit by day 1. And then what happens? You quit like after day 1. You're like, see, I made it. Okay. And you're like, it's fine. It's fine. But it's actually not, because you're really, what you're doing is you're training yourself to give up on yourself. You're training yourself not to trust yourself. You're training yourself to give wiggle room to get out of it. And this can apply to a juice cleanse, but it can also apply to the results you're getting in your business. If you give yourself wiggle room to get out of your goals, who the hell is going to align you back in there besides you? So that's what a huge part of manifestation, a huge part of creating your life on purpose is the trust factor. The trust factor. You got to know yourself, love yourself to trust yourself. And part of loving yourself is giving yourself the space to trust yourself wholly and completely, because that version of you who's making $30,000 a month, the version of you who has no debt and is basically living fully relaxed and free and allowing all the inspired guidance to come to her, and has a beautiful relationship with her husband and kids and just feels like abundant every day. She trusts herself. She trusts herself beyond even a scale of measurement. So I'm going to leave you with this. How can you decide to trust yourself more? How, in what ways? Take a look around. Take a look around and see what projects aren't finished. Are there light bulbs that have gone out that you haven't put back in? What projects in your house? What projects in your business? What projects in your life have not been finished? Because there ain't, you know what? You can get all the fucking angel numbers in the world, but none of them are going to finish your projects for you. You've got to finish that for yourself. And that includes the decisions. What are you deciding today gets to be different for you? And what are you committing to today? This has been a very powerful 14-minute episode. And I want you to really take stock of this. Take time. Give yourself space. We're ending, if you're listening to this in like live time, we're ending Mercury retrograde. This is a time to really look back at what you need to release. Allow yourself to clear the energetic clutter so that you can fucking fully skyrocket. Because you're not tied down. Just let go of the things tying you down, energetically or otherwise. Okay? And if you love this episode, I'd love to invite you. to my big money vibes. So I was just recently hosting, and we're actually right in the middle of hosting, a 5-day free live stream series on Facebook. And it is called Money Vibes. It has been amazing. I'm so excited. The feedback has been off the charts. The vibes have been through the roof. And I am actually offering a extension of this that's going to be a program fully around money and creating that relationship with money so that you are able to fully trust yourself. You're able to decide what you're getting. You embody that version of you. We're going to create all the new things so that you literally become the woman who feels secure in your money, who's able to make decisions and based off of what you're going to get out of it instead of what you can afford. Who, doesn't have to wonder if the decision she made is right. Doesn't have to wonder when she's getting out of debt. Doesn't have to wonder if she's paying her bills next month. And doesn't have to wonder what her business is going to look like in 3 months. Because she knows, and she is it. She's experiencing the success. So this is going to be called Big Money Vibes. I'm so excited. Reach out to me if you want any questions. We're currently enrolling, and I'm opening an Abundant as Fuck Mastermind too, in which if you want to go to the next level to integrate and transform your full money and abundance, identity, personality, who you are at a core DNA level, then I invite you to reach out to me for more information. There are limited spots for this one. I am so fucking excited. This is going to be my ongoing mastermind that I will have all the time. So if you want to get in on the ground floor, then reach out to me because there are some early sign-on bonuses that I'm offering. And I can't wait to get started with you. As always, leave a 5-star rating or a review in iTunes so more cool people like you can find it. And I will be back with another episode very soon. Have a great day. You go decide for yourself. You can trust yourself immensely. I love you. And I'm so thankful for you for listening to this episode. Have a beautiful day. Bye. Thanks a million for choosing to push play on another episode of the Manifestation Queen podcast. You truly amaze me, and if this episode blew your mind, then please leave a 5-star rating and a quick review on iTunes so more people like you can become manifestation queens too. See you next time.